And that's what happens when you're clowning around and not paying attention. 1 more centimeter, 2 more centimeters closer, and I would have hit my jugular vein. This is not a joke. That's all it takes is 1 split second, and you're fucked. Well, I cut my wrist pretty bad. What happened is, you basically saw it, I was pulling the knife toward me and it sliced my wrist. Now, if it would have went approximately, I would say, millimeter of a centimeter of 100 thousandths, it would have hit my main jugular vein in my arm, and then we would have really been screwed. But Minnie went ahead and patched it all up. I didn't go to the doctors. I didn't go get stitches. Because I can't afford to have insurance. This isn't circa 1971 where you can just go to the general hospital and they fix you up and pat you on the back anymore. This is the day and age of communist socialism attack. That's all I'm going to say about it, and you can figure it out from there. But back to the automobile in question. I haven't been working for a week. I haven't been doing anything for a week because of the slice on my arm. Now, underneath that wrist band that you're looking at, it's pretty much all healed up and it's put together, basically. We're not going to go ahead and look at it, but that was a, to me, near-death experience because I thought that I cut the jugular vein in my wrist because it was protruding blood out furiously, and it was in very bad shape. But we got it all taken care of. We're back on track, and we're continuing to strip the Mercedes for parts. I'm going to go ahead and relax, take my time doing this. I'm not going to get in a hurry, and hopefully it will go a lot smoother and kosher. I found a situation on these fenders on these Mercedes, we're going to go out there and look at them, that they are not the easiest fenders to take off. And instead of sitting here telling y'all about it, let's walk out there and check it out. So here's the car that we, that situation there. I'm sure everybody knows what's going on. And I'm working on stripping it out and gutting it. 4th of July, thank you very much. Happy Independence Day to everybody out there. But I'm going to go ahead and take my time. I'm going to start right in this area here, and then we're going to move our way back. That's the best way that I figured out how to do this instead of jumping back and forth and not paying attention. So I got the engine compartment almost completely gutted out, and I got to get this fender off. But the situation with these fenders is, let me go ahead and show you. If we look at this door jamb right here, you're going to see that there's a hole here, and then there's another hole down here. Now, the real situation with that is, those are 2 bolts that hold that fender to that door jamb inside the fender. Now, when I say inside the fender, I'm talking way up inside the fender. But if you look right there inside this fender, it has the air baffle system mounted inside the fender, and I can't get to that bolt at the top. So to take that thing out, we've got to come into the car right here inside, and we got to get all this off because you can see right here that there's a hole right here, but that's not the hole where the bolt is that's holding that on. There's actually another little hole somewhere on there that there's a bolt in there that holds that air baffle thing on there, and I can't get to the top one because if you look real close, the emergency brake is right in the way and we can't get around it. So I have to get that emergency brake out of the car to get one bolt off so I can remove this fender. Now, I just want everybody to kind of visualize this as I talk. The car's driving down the road and it gets in a wreck and wrecks this fender on this car here, and the fender needs replaced. So for me to replace that fender, if this was a running driving car and they brought it to my shop as a collision job, I would have to basically dismantle half the interior of the vehicle, like I was telling you, to get the fender off so I can replace the fender. That's a little bit shady to me, a little bit over-engineered, if I may say so myself. And we all know that Mercedes builds a very, very high-quality car, but in this situation here, I think it's bullshit. I think they could have relocated that somewhere else where it would have been a lot easier for the mechanic or the paint and body guy to get inside there to change this fender out. Just to remove one of these fenders takes approximately an hour or hour and a half. Besides being bolted on, this thing's actually glued on, and if we look over here, you can basically see where the glue is. So for me to get inside and take the emergency brake off of the car, the first thing that I have to remove is the wiper motor itself. The wiper motor has got to come out because we have got to get down behind there somehow, some way to get this emergency brake handle out. Now, I looked inside the fender well of the vehicle looking for a nut and a bolt situation to possibly take off the emergency brake, but there's nothing there. So I'm speculating just by looking at this car right here. Of course, this is where our wiper would be, and then here's the hole where the cable comes through for the emergency brake. It's in this area somewhere, and it's not underneath. Now, I do see these two bolts right here, these two holes. So let's go out into the car, look up into the fender well one more time, and hopefully we might be able to just remove these two bolts right here and the emergency brake will come off. And this is where you're playing the monopoly of the situation and you're kind of guessing as you're working. You see, by stripping these cars, it's not an easy job. Stripping an automobile down so you can either use it for a parts car or possibly restore it is a very, very big, major situation. So if we look up into the fender well, I'm looking at two bolts here. You go ahead and touch that. There's one right there, and then there's another one right there. I'm going to go ahead and remove those and see if that emergency brake will come out. It looks like it's going to be a 10 millimeter. So we might get lucky, and that will be the bolts that we need to remove to get this out of the car. And yes, that was the culprit of the situation. Now, getting this out is going to be another chore, and since I cut my wrist, I can tell you that I'm being very, very cautious, just even touching stuff without gloves on. This cut right here, I'm telling you now, was a near-death experience for my friend Pete. I was so freaked out that I was freaked out, believe me. It was very, 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 yeah, we don't even want to talk about it. So, we'll get this out of here, just like this, out of the way. If I can get it out. It's got something hooked on up here. Okay, the emergency brake cable up here is hooked to it. So you kind of get the idea of what's going on. Let me get all this removed, and then once we get that done, we'll be able to get the fender off. Damn it, son of a bitch. Okay, here we go. Right See, when you're stripping these cars, what makes it hard is a lot of times you can't even use gloves with it because of stuff like that right there. Okay, now that we got that off, let's see if we can get the emergency cable out. There we go. Okay. All right. That's out of the way. We got to get back up inside here and find that bolt. All right, here's one right here. I don't know if you can see that. So the other one has got to be like in this area right here. I got to find that other little bolt. And the only way to do it is kind of scratch your way through to remove this tar paper. And find, there's one. I don't see the other one. Maybe there's only one. Huh. I just can't believe. Okay, hold on, there it is right there. Okay, where's my air ratchet? Let's go ahead and get this out. Just like this. Okay, so there's our air baffle system that I'm getting out of here if I can get it out. And yeah, you can see what's going on. We're going to go ahead and keep that for the owner, and hopefully he might need it. So now from removing the air baffle, I can get up inside there with a combination of wrenches that I have, being the 10mm size that I need, and hopefully we'll be able to remove this fender like we did the other one, and then proceed on getting the job done the right way, not the wrong way. Okay, we've stripped a lot of the car down on the interior and the front end. We still got to do the trunk area, but since this is a parts car and we're going to be cutting a lot of stuff out of that car, I don't want to have to climb in and out of it. Alright, I'm 6'5". I'm a big guy, and for me to go in and out of that car is going to be a pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the roof off that thing, and now on this part right here, what I'll do is I'll cut it right here, and then I'll cut it down here, because there's sections in this piece right here that we need. And I'm going to go ahead and check the car out, and if we need that side, I'll do that side too. So we're going to take this roof off of this car, get rid of it, because once again, all it is a parts car. Alright, we got that baby out. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the top off. Fuck. Damn it. Some bitch. Come on. Fuck. Look at that. I only bought one. I bought a whole bunch of them, and guess what? They're in the wrong fucking place. So I only got one fucking metal blade. What do you think of that? So when I grabbed the blades, I thought, yeah, the first one said metal, so I grabbed 5 of them. Well, look what was behind the metal one. Look, wood and nails.
Well, nails are metal.
That really sucks. You know, I had one more cut left. That's all I wanted. One more fucking cut. And is this blade, okay, is the blade in there? All right. Son of a bitch. I don't think the blade was in there all the way.
Okay, Pete, I want you to calm down.
Oh my
Remember
gosh.
what happened the other day?
Yeah.
Well, you need to calm your ass down.
Okay, there. You ready? Let's get her done. Watch out. There it is. There's that bitch.
This car's after you.
I know.
Watch your leg.
Why do you think I called it Nightmare? Why do you think that? I don't think the bitch likes me. I think because I'm bitching it out and I'm telling it a piece of shit, it's alive.
It's after you, Pete. Better watch it. Better be careful. Don't hurt her.
Her? This ain't a her, unless it's a she-devil. That ought to bring about $4 at the scrap iron yard.
There you go.
$1.82.
Yapper.
Alright, now you are looking at a semi bona fide 100% parts car. Because all we're doing on this is taking the sheet metal that we need to get Nightmare fixed up. Now, I was telling you about this. We need this whole front apron, you already know that. There's braces on the bottom of the floor we need. We need this package tray. We need this thing here. Unless they fucked it up. And they probably did, putting them speakers in, but we can fix that. I'm sure that's in better shape than his. We need quarter panel sections, which this one's rotted. And that's part of the quarter panel that we needed.
No, you have to figure out something else.
So I'm taking a break. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the 4th of July. You just saw my fireworks for the day. And they were flying. They were flying. So let me get back to work. And hopefully this unibody car ain't gonna fucking fall on us as we work on it to get it done for a parts car that we need for Nightmare. What a fucking bitch, huh? What a bitch. I have to keep this. You know why I have to keep this?
Because the other one's rotted.
Because this other one has rot in it. So
I was wondering about that.
yeah, we'll keep this over here. And hopefully it'll work. Alright.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop until you know everything.
And that's what happens when you're fucking clowning around and not paying attention, and not paying attention, and not paying attention.